currently speaking with his family, because not only is it going to be a big move for him, it's clearly going to be a huge move for his family as well. So I think these are really, really crucial days, Mike, with regard to the future of Bruno Fernandes. As far as Manchester United are concerned, they do not want to sell Bruno Fernandes. They haven't received a formal offer as yet. And I'm told that they will only consider any kind of offer for Bruno Fernandes if, of course, an offer comes in, but if Bruno Fernandes makes it clear to them and communicates to them that he does indeed want to seek a new challenge. So that is a situation that Bruno Fernandes and Manchester United find themselves in at the moment. You could argue, look, on the pitch, they can barely afford to do without him because of how he performed last season. Where would they have been had Bruno Fernandes not performed like he did? But then off the pitch, you kind of have to ask yourself the question, can they afford not to accept a bid that is worth around £100 million for someone who's going to be 31 in September? He's got 2 years left on his contract at Manchester United. He signed it quite recently. It runs until 2027. United clearly don't want to sell, but if Bruno Fernandes makes noises, I want to see what they've got to say, see what they offer. Then
remove. Those are Rasmus Højlund, Jadon Sancho and Alejandro Garnacho. Man United just are in a position now where they really just need to get, especially, I suppose, Garnacho and Sancho out of the club.
Yeah, especially them two. Rasmus has obviously just come up recently. Still not sure why Newcastle hadn't gone for Rasmus Højlund, to be honest. A loan move for the year, I think 23. Still loads of room for development. In spells, he's done all right for United. He's been playing in a poor United team the last probably 1-2 years, which has found himself unlucky in that situation. With Sancho, yes, he needs to leave for the good of his career. There's 1 or 2 European clubs sniffing around for him, but not sure what he actually wants. And then Garnacho, it's looking like Chelsea, or it has been looking like Chelsea. There might be a surprise in the last few days of the window, but it's looking like Chelsea, and yeah, they need, obviously, they've sold 1 or 2 players last week, Chelsea. So yeah, that looks to be getting tied up probably a few days.
Yeah, will either of those 3 players leave Manchester United before the window? Right up next, it's starting to feel like it's not a proper transfer window unless Mikel Arteta signs a left-sided defender. We'll talk about the deals Arsenal want to get done in the final 5 days of the summer.
Man United in talks to complete Jadon Sancho transfer today. Roma are meeting Jadon Sancho's agent today, Tuesday, in an attempt to finally reach a deal to sign Jadon Sancho from Man United. Shearer reports that Sancho's agent will meet in England with Roma's sporting director Frederic Massara to try and close a deal for the player. Roma have already had a €24 million bid accepted by Man United for the winger. However, Sancho has not yet accepted a move, and Shearer says Massara will try hard on Tuesday to get the okay. Sancho to Roma. Sancho is the main target of new Roma manager Gian Piero Gasperini to strengthen the squad in the last week of the transfer window. Juventus have been interested for much of the window too, but never made a concrete offer. The Bianconeri had been Sancho's preferred next club, but he may change that stance now. Juve were close to signing Sancho last year, but a loan move to Turin fell through at the last minute, and the player instead signed a 1-season deal with Chelsea. Sancho will definitely leave Man United this summer after returning to the club from Chelsea and being told he must leave. Sancho, 25, moved to Stamford Bridge last summer on a loan from Manchester United with an option to buy. But Sancho struggled so badly that Chelsea even decided to pay a penalty fee to United in order to send him back rather than make the transfer permanent. Sancho joined Man United from Dortmund for €85 million in the summer of 2021. But he has been a major disappointment at Old Trafford. He scored just 12 goals and 82 appearances for United and has been regularly a bench player during his time at the club. He has had problems off the pitch and in 2023-24. Sancho was frozen out of the squad at Man United. It came after then manager Ten Hag criticized Sancho publicly for his poor performances in training, which was followed by the winger essentially calling his manager a liar on social media. Sancho was not called up again after this incident and was barred from training with the first team, as well as using their facilities and canteen. Sancho was also deleted from the team's WhatsApp group by Ten Hag. United Transfer listed him, and then sent him on loan to Dortmund in January, where he rediscovered some of his form and helped the club to the Champions League final, where they lost to Real Madrid. Bruno Fernandes open to Saudi move. Under these specific conditions, the secret every United manager hides, and why it'll be a hectic deadline day at Old Trafford. Man United Confidential. Bruno Fernandes open to leaving Man United and names conditions for new project in Saudi or MLS. Manchester United's captain Bruno Fernandes is reportedly open to leaving the club as the Portuguese midfielder comes under fire. A missed penalty in a 1-1 draw against Fulham had plenty getting the knives out for Fernandes, with a suggestion that United's best player for the last 5 years does not naturally fit into Ruben Amorim's system. The manager's reluctance to move away from his 3-4-3 has prompted some to say that United should sell Fernandes, with the player having rejected a move to Saudi in the summer. Fernandes' agent met with Al Hilal representatives over a potential deal worth £200 million across 3 years, but Fernandes opted to stay in Manchester. Now, though, the Daily Mail claims the player, who turns 31 in early September, would be open to a move, but only at the end of the season, as he does not want to disrupt his potential World Cup involvement with Portugal. The Mail say Fernandes would be open to a new project, but wants to avoid any disruption in terms of his national team selection. It is not just Saudi that Fernandes is reportedly interested in, with the Mail claiming the MLS could be another destination as well as other leagues in Europe. Fernandes is currently on a £280,000 a week deal with the Old Trafford club, with that set to expire in June 2027, although it can be extended by another 12 months. The prospect of Fernandes leaving in this window remains unlikely, with the Manchester Evening News saying the club is baffled by approaches from the Saudi Pro League. They say that the club was caught by surprise by the sudden speculation that Fernandes could leave, and that the player is highly unlikely to depart before the September 1st deadline. Fernandes said in the summer that he still wants to play football at the highest level, even if a move to Saudi to join Portuguese teammates Cristiano Ronaldo, Joao Cancelo and Ruben Neves was an exciting offer. Manchester United said they didn't want to sell me, he told the BBC. They said if I wanted to go I could, but they didn't need the money. I spoke to coach Ruben Amorim, who, throughout that period, he was pushing for me not to go. I want to play at the highest possible level. I want to play major competitions. I know I still can, and I want to be happy doing the thing I love the most. For better or worse, this is how I see football, and I'm passionate about football, and this is the decision I've made.